Gina and Matty.
Call them definitely if you need some help. The SES here on the Central Coast do a fantastic job, and their number is 132 500. It has been a wild 12 hours and it continues. It's bucketing down right now on the coast, and there is high wind warnings today, dangerous surf conditions. There's evacuation orders in place along Wombi and the entrance north. And on the line this morning to have a little bit of a chat from Central Coast Council is Councillor Jared Wright. G'day, Jared.
Morning, how are you?
Mate, I'm okay compared to some people on the coast, mate. What's the latest and what's going on with the council, and how are you guys helping people in this time?
Yeah, sure. So I think the most important thing is last night we had about 30,000 homes across the state that were without power, and actually over half of those are on the Central Coast. And gladly, that's dropped considerably overnight, and we're now down to a few thousand homes without power. So we had about 1,700 homes and businesses without power in McMaster's Beach and Kincumber yesterday, for example, and they're all largely now back online. So to your point about the SES, they've done an awesome job, and they've been working through the night with the likes of Ausgrid to ensure that people have power. So that's been quite good to see.
Yeah, great shout there too, mate. Like that, those Ausgrid workers, easy for some to say, and the SES who are out in those conditions. Like, it's one thing going, oh God, I've got no power, quick, get my power back, but that doesn't happen magically. It's people out there in those conditions making that come to fruition. So if there is people in strife at the moment, are you guys setting up some sort of help for people across the coast?
Yeah, so we currently have 3 sandbag points for people, one at Erina, one at Chitaway Point and one at Wyong. And the New South Wales SES, the Gosford and the Wyong branches have been coordinating quite well with council to ensure that people can access those. The state government and their bodies also have a number of points of contact online that you can get information. For example, the Hazards Near Me app and the Live Traffic app. Okay. Having a look at the Live Traffic app this morning, for example, it looks like most of the roads are largely open, which is good to see. The one thing I would say as well is that Sydney trains are advising against any non-essential travel, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. I know we had a lot of commuters stranded at the Hawkesbury River and Barara last night. That seems to be somewhat resolved, but also still largely ongoing, so that's something to keep in mind for anyone looking to commute down to Sydney or up to Newcastle this morning.
Absolutely. We're still getting word out of Transport for New South Wales that the trains are not running between Wyong and Fassifern. They've got some limited buses operating between that area for those people who are heading north, G.
Yeah, Jared, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it. So basically, everyone needs to stay safe, stay warm, don't take any risks, don't drive through water, don't go to the beach for a look. And how can they contact if they're wondering about their own area? Who do they call, or where do they go?
Well, obviously they can contact their local councils. They can ring Central Coast Council directly, or they can also go onto relevant websites like the Ausgrid website. You can see every power outage on the Central Coast. You can go on the Live Traffic website and see if there are any roads out. But look, hopefully the worst is behind us. I know it's still raining here in Avoca Beach this morning quite heavily, but hopefully in the next day or so things start to clear.
Beautiful, Jared. Well, thank you for your time this morning. That's Councillor Jared Wright there from the Central Coast Council. I think the one thing to note as well, it might be clearing a bit, but it is so damp underfoot, and with those high winds, make sure you are smart around those big trees and trees that could potentially come down. If you missed any of that info, make sure, like Jared said, you are on the Hazards Near Me app, and keep across the Central Coast Incidents page on Facebook. They'll keep you up to date as well.
Listen to Gina and Matty weekday mornings from 5:30. Live on the Star Player.